your wings. Fellow Toastmasters, today the title of my speech is Spread Your Wings. The purpose of my speech is to both inspire and encourage you to spread your wings. By the end of my speech, you should be able to identify ways to navigate how to soar above your storms and spread your wings. Have you ever seen the North American bald eagle? Its image can be found on the presidential seal, your money, stamps, and also on the back of my motorcycle sweatshirt. So I wanted to share this image because the eagle is a big part of my speech today. The North American bald eagle is one of the only birds that flies into storms. Their wingspan ranges anywhere between 4 and 7.5 feet. Can you imagine? That's got to be a pretty majestic bird. The North American bald eagle was on the endangered species list for 40 years. It was placed on the list in 1967 and removed from the list in 2007. It's one of very few species to actually make it off the endangered species list. One thing that I notice about eagles, they seem to have a confidence. To me, they exude confidence. Could it be because they are at the top of the food chain? They're one of the birds that are at the top of the food chain. It's a very powerful and predatory bird. There are some things about the North American bald eagle that I would like to point out, some of their specific strengths. First, a verse, one of my favorite. Isaiah 40:31 says, "Those that wait on the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall soar as eagles. They should run and not grow weary, and they should walk and not be faint." One of the first things that I want to cover is confidence. We all know how important confidence is when you are addressing an audience. You can exude confidence and not feel confident. Let your body language do the work for you. Hold your back up straight, head up high, and talk slow and breathe steady. It is possible to exude confidence even when you don't feel confident. Do you know that our feelings affect our body systems? Have you ever thought about that? Your heart rate races, your breathing sometimes gets faster. So when it comes to being confident, take your time and just know that you can do it. It is possible. Second thing I want to talk about is eagles do not flap their wings very often. Instead, they prefer to soar so that they can save energy. So save energy by soaring. When it comes to that part, another thing that I also want to cover is that eagles can reduce their turbulence. You see, the tips of their wings, the tips of their feathers are tapered, so that when an eagle spreads its wings, they separate. This helps the eagle to reduce turbulence. Some of the ways that we can reduce turbulence is by checking ourselves. I say, check yourself before you wreck yourself. I want to go back to covering how to save your energy. Like I said, eagles do not flap their wings very often. I know we don't have wings as human beings, but one thing we do tend to flap a lot is our lips. Talking too much not only uses up a lot of energy, it also can lead to trouble. He who guards his mouth and his tongue will guard his soul from trouble. So be careful what you say and how you say it. Let your yes be yes and your no be no. Try not to make empty promises. Finally, once again, I want to cover turbulence because I feel that one way that we can reduce turbulence is, like I said, we need to check ourselves. We need to be careful about the company that we keep. We also want to just comes to soaring as an eagle, you can do it. So just show that confidence by taking a deep breath. Finally, one thing I want to leave you with is a very melodious song that we've been working on.